Hi, guys.
Well,
Hi. How are you?
good. You?
Not bad. What do you want to do?
Sure.
Hmm?
I'm not sure.
Anthony? Anthony, you hear me? All right. Well, I guess it's just us. Who else is in your group?
Mark and Aaron.
You heard from?
Mark's always late though.
Yeah. Unacceptable, though, isn't it? All right. Well, have you guys given any thought to what kind of process you want to try to create? Probably not, huh?
No.
Yeah, no.
No. Well, since you guys are the only two here, you get to make all the decisions.
We.
That's a good thing because not only can you decide how you want the process to look, but you can also make the other two guys do all the work.
So like? Are we supposed to involve the pumps then, or is it using anything on the trainer?
Yeah, I mean, I want to get the pumps in there because
Okay.
I have the, can you see behind me pretty well? That little yellow distance sensor is mounted to one of the tanks. It's probably right above my head.
Yeah, I can see it.
Um, that will give you like level on the tank. So I guess what I want you to do is come up with some kind of process, like given the outputs and the inputs that we have, and how you're going to control it and what you're going to display and all that good stuff. Same way as having a trainer, it's just
Okay.
the trainer right in front. So I'm going to do this. Do you guys have? Can you guys get? Let me see. Let me take this thing over. All right, so this is a list of all the outputs and inputs that are on there. Um, so let's just come up with a simple process we can use to
Okay.
and I'll take notes on what we decide. Oh, there we go. Hi, Aaron. I'm creating this in the, if you weren't paying attention to what I was just doing, the shared drive in a folder that's group 1. And what do you want to call it?
Just call it the process, I guess.
The boss?
The process, whatever, that works too.
Okay. Aaron, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I just need you guys, Anthony, you too. I want you guys all to participate in this. Aaron, what we're doing is just coming up with some kind of simple process that you guys are going to control using the inputs and outputs that we have. So if you're able to pull this list up while we're talking, that would be handy. If not, I'll keep it right here.
That's the same thing as the spreadsheet, right?
Yep, same stuff.
Yeah.
Spreadsheet might be a little easier to use, huh? All right, so what do you want your process to look like? Or the boss-S?
So that level sensor is on the right tank, right?
Yep,
Okay.
right there.
We need to just fill it up to a certain level then.
Okay. Yeah.
Then
I
what?
think everybody's, that's
Activate the strobe
what I'm talking about. When do you want the strobe light to run?
whenever it reaches a certain level.
Okay. So water in right tank fills to specified level. Call that high. When water has reached and right tank has reached level high, strobe light energizes.
Yep.
And stays on. Stays on?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Good. Well, that's good. Let's just use that. You guys are a tough crowd this morning. You guys awake?
Sort of.
Huh?
Sort of.
Where's Mark?
I would imagine he'll probably be on about 10:15.
Okay.
Then
What
that
else?
goes low. The lights. The left pilot light's on the low part.
Okay. When water reaches level low, the left green pilot light energizes.
Yep.
And stays on.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to the water in the right tank filling to a certain level. What's going to activate that?
Pressing one of the push buttons probably.
Which one?
I would go with the green one.
So green, PB, starts the whole process, or just you have to hold the green button to make the water fill to a certain level, or what do you want to do? Is it, we're going to have some kind of automatic cycle, right?
Or do you want to do like put it on the left selector switch and hit the green button and it goes to fill?
So so selector left. Does what?
It'll fill it to the high.
Selector left. Okay, so when the selector is in left position, water in the tank, and the right tank fills to a specified level, high, and the water in the right tank has reached level high, the strobe energizes and stays on. When the water level reaches low, the left green pilot light energizes and stays on. Okay. What else? What's gonna empty the tank?
Let's go with a timer, like it'll be on for a certain amount of time at the high level and then it'll empty.
Okay, so when level reaches high, it will stay in the high position and like heat and mix for a certain amount of time.
Sure.
Okay. The level remains for how long?
Oh, well, let's go a minute.
Let's do less than that.
Okay.
It's a long time to wait.
5 seconds, 10 seconds.
Yeah,
10
10
seconds.
seconds, something like that.
10 seconds. Mixing process starts for 10 seconds. Wow. Level. Okay. Anything else?
So once that timer is up, it'll empty the tank, or is that something that we can do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after the 10 seconds, Tank 2, the right tank empties in the tank, the left tank. To level low.
So what else do you want us to have this process do?
You
Maybe
know,
I
you-
could have just written some up for you guys. I thought maybe you'd want to make your own. Well, I'd like to get at least one drive and motor going at some percentage other than 100. So let's get the exhaust fan in there doing something.
Okay. I guess once it's been emptied, we turn on the exhaust fan at a certain level.
Okay. Wouldn't it make more sense to like while the heating?
Yeah.
mixing
Why don't we
process
turn it
is
on when
going
the mix is going, and
Okay.
then knock it down some percentage whenever it's going into the other tank?
Yeah. Now we're talking. Okay. So during the mix heat process, exhaust fan. What process? To what percentage? You want like a high percentage while it's mixing and heating, and then knock it down while it's emptying? Or what?
Yeah.
yeah, that'll work.
While it's emptying, or when it's low, or
Probably whenever it gets low, that's when it knocks down.
okay. Stays at let's do 73%. Water weekly reaches level low. Left green pilot light energizes and stays on. The exhaust fan goes to 30%.
Sounds good.
Okay. So right now we have selector switch goes left, water, tank, the right tank starts filling, heats for 10 seconds.
You want to add like a green push button will restart the whole process, or it'll start it while the selector switch is in the left position.
Yeah. So it's like a start and a like a run, like selector switch would be left, would be like the run bit, and then green push button is like the start bit, kind of like in our other
Yeah.
class. Okay. See you down. So the green push button starts the batch process. All right. And then here's going to be your challenging part. I want the 3-digit display to show the counting. So like I want it to say 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Till it gets to 10.
Okay.
That's gonna be the challenge for your group. Okay.
Okay. Do we just put the accumulation on the timer bit as like an F8 and then transfer that over to the display?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to do some math because remember the display goes from 0 to 5 volts, right? So it won't be a direct move, and it's inverted. So you're gonna have to figure out. And I'm here with you, helping you, obviously, with that math. But we're gonna have to figure out what voltage will, or what number will output the number 0. What number will output the number 1? What and move those numbers. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
That's gonna be that's gonna be the fun part, right, Anthony?
Right.
I don't like that you keep muting your microphone. I don't like that I can't see any of your faces.
I live on a busy street, so like you just want to keep hearing the cars drive by
I
because I got
do.
my
Maybe
windows
I do,
open.
Anthony. Why are you yelling at me?
All right.
Okay. All right. So where are we gonna put that? So then the green push button, like it's not gonna keep going. You have to. The green push button has to be pressed again to restart it. Okay. And where the 3-digit display shows the counting of 0 to 10.
Yeah, I mean that sounds right.
Okay, I like it. Did you guys turn in the stuff that was due today?
Mark was supposed to send that over to you. He sent an email to us at like midnight last night, so I would assume he sent it over about then.
Okay. Yep, I did get it. Matter of fact, that's the only one that I got. Good job, Group 1.
I
That's your
turned
credit right there.
the peer editing one into Blackboard.
Yeah, that's
want-
it. That's
no.
good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, here's your process. You guys want to get started writing the logic? Do you want time to work on your? It's same as before. I want you to come up with a. Let's see how we're going to do that. PNID, wiring diagram. What else did we have? We can keep these dates for now, but so we need the PNID, wiring diagram, team member roles again, peer review assignment again. So I don't remember, they pushed back the end of the semester since we had the extra week after break. You know what I'm saying? Everybody following me?
Yeah.
Anthony?
Yeah, so we got an extra week of school now, huh?
Well, yeah. So I'll figure out a due date. Well, we'll have you guys. Are you guys? Let's see. How are we going to do the PNID and the wiring diagram?
I was just about to ask you that because we don't have Visio or anything.
Yeah. Is there any other software you guys are comfortable with, where you could just? Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You're not going to have the preset symbols and lines and stuff that Visio has, but I was thinking Google Draw. You ever use that?
I've never even heard of it.
I haven't heard of it, but not something we can't figure out.
It's pretty easy. It's kind of like a better version of Microsoft Paint, you know, but you can draw lines, you can, you know.
Okay.
So we just have to draw all the symbols.
Yeah, so they have different line types, they have different shapes, and I'm sure if you went online, you could find like a library of shapes if you wanted to use them. You can put images on there. Tell you what, why don't we? What if I created a? Let's hold off on the drawing part. Don't work on that yet. I'll get with you guys next week about that. I'll make up some kind of template that you guys can use where all you have to do is connect the dots for the wiring. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have to look up the modules and see how they're made up. You know, I mean, you can't just throw a wire from there to there. You'll have to do a little bit of research, but at least that way everybody will have the same setup. It's hard because you guys can't come into my garage and see how stuff's wired up, right?
Yeah.
But
Maybe we could.
I mean, we could have a party in here. We could have a batch mixing process party. Maybe we'll do that if the shelter in place is lifted by mid-May. Huh?
Okay.
It says okay. All right. So hold off on the Google Draw, the wiring diagram. You could use it to start like a PNID. I'll get, where'd that one spreadsheet? 2:30, the plan. Go to be determined. All right. Zach's job. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, create wire diagram template. I can do that. And then what you'll see on there is like, I'll put a picture of the outputs, and then you guys can connect the dots, hopefully in a neat and workmanlike manner. All right, so we got 25 minutes. You want to get started on the logic?
Sure.
All right. So this process is on the shared drive. If you want to open it up, I'm just going to move it so I can pull up RS Logics here. And then I want one that's going to have all the okay, so this one's going to be called Group 1. Let's see. The Boss S. You like it?
Works.
Okay. Who wants control of the stuff here? Okay, Brayton, you're up. You got a mouse and a computer?
Yep.
Um,
Figure out where they get them when they order them. ED.
all right, it's all you, Brayton.
Okay.
Brayton, is your dad there?
No, he's not.
I was gonna say he'd love this. Does he do much PLC work?
He said he did, but I'm not sure. Wait. So is my mouse moving around?
Yeah. Do you not see it?
Oh, I can see it. I just didn't know if it was on your screen or not.
Oh, okay.
But I can't see the process.
I deleted all of the wrongs. It's just a blank program.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Aaron and Anthony, you're still there?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the Google Drive, but I don't think you shared it with me. Yeah,
Say what?
yeah, I can't get in it.
What? Brayton, can I have the mouse real quick?
Yeah, how do I do that?
Oh, you don't have to. Just let me. You don't have to unshare. Just
Oh, okay.
Anthony. Have you signed into Google Drive?
Yeah, I'm in it right now.
And do you see this thing says shared with me on the left?
Yeah.
And then under that, do you have next class shared?
No.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Let me check. What are you signed in as? You're at lab.icc.edu?
Yeah.
I'll check. Well, that's crap.
Boom. I was not wrong.
Okay, what's your at lab? AD.
396A. So what I say, Mark is gonna be here about 10:15, 10:10.
Did Mark just show up?
Yeah. I didn't
Right
know
on
we
time.
changed
You're only
the-
40 minutes late.
I didn't know we changed the dress.
Excuses, excuses. All right, what are we doing? Okay, this one. Group 1, the bosses. All right. All right, it's all you, Brayton.
All right.
Mark, do you know how to get onto the shared Google Drive?
No, I don't think so. How do you do it?
All right, let me have it back, Brayton.
Yep.
Do you know how to sign into Google Drive, Mark?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, you sign into Google Drive under your at lab.icc.edu account. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
All right. Can you share your screen with us, Mark?
Share the screen.
Yeah. So down at the bottom of your Zoom window, there should be a little green button that says share screen.
Okay.
And maybe we can help you get that Google Drive opened up.
Well, I'm doing this all on a phone.
Oh, you're on the phone?
Yeah, I don't have a camera on my computer.
Oh, are you on the computer?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. I'm at the drive now. Where do I go from there?
Once you're signed in on the left, you should see one that says shared with me. Click on that. You should have a folder that says Zach's class shared.
Yeah, I don't see yours on here.
And you're signed in with your at lab account.
Yep.
Oh my
And it
goodness.
goes to,
I thought I shared it with everybody. Anthony. Nope. All right. What's your MM?
yeah, MM 48
48
548.
548. All right. You should be able to see it now. Can you see it now?
There it is. Next class.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now, if you open that up, you'll see 230 the plan. And that's sort of an updated what we got going on in this class. And if you go to Electech 230, group 1, and you open up this, Brayton named your process the BOSS. If you open that up, that's what we're looking at. We created this process together in the 40 minutes that you were not showing up on time. And then now we're going to start in on the logic. Okay. So it's up to you guys as a group to create the logic, and I'm here to help you along the way. I'm going to give control back to Brayton, and you guys can start writing your logic while I go take a leak. Be right back. I don't hear you guys talking to each other.
All right. So how do you
What do you
want
want to start out with, Braden?
I was just gonna put the selector switch left in.
All right, perfect. Might as well just work down the list.
Do we have to redo all of that?
But yeah, I think we'll have to redo all of the setup that we've had for it.
Okay. That under controller. Where am I going for that? IO config.
Yeah, I think you can go into IO config and then look at the particular. Hold on, I'm gonna try and find.
Those are all right.
You guys like haven't done anything.
We talked.
You talked?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Do
putting the
we have to
select-
redo like all the tags and everything? Or
Is it not in there?
I'm not seeing it. Like all the descriptions aren't in there.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I loaded one up that had all the descriptions in there. Yeah, I guess we will.
Okay.
You know how to
Why
do that?
are we using RS Logix 5000?
Why?
Yeah.
Because the PLC that's on the trainer behind me is a Compact Logix, which uses that software. Do you know how to do that, Brayton?
Is that controller tags where we
Yeah.
connect? Okay.
So somebody can read him the description. So for each module, you want to go into the data drop down. So you see how when you drop local one down,
Yeah.
there's fault and there's data. You want to open up the data
I
file.
gotcha.
Oh, there they are.
Oh,
They're
they're there. Never mind. So how do we get out of this?
Yeah, just go back into main routine on the left.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. And if you hover over one, you should see it under the description.
Okay. 2. All right. What's the process? Should we do an enable or a run bit or an enable bit?
Yeah, group, is that what you should do?
Yeah,
Yeah, Aaron says, yeah.
I'm guessing that that's supposed to be the energize for the pump that would put the water into the right tank.
Can we use these or we need to make a new one?
You can use it. It's just a description. So for this, yeah. Yeah, you can use the same bit.
Okay.
When you load a different file or a different program in there, it'll use the same bit, but it's not going to affect the other file.
5 minutes ahead and do it, and I'll head out. And then meet up with you. Yep, that'll be perfect. That works. That's my plan. Thank you. Bye-bye. I'll take care of the battery.
Just kind of going down the line.
Yeah, you just put in the green push button now.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right there. So from the perspective of
Which one's the level sensor? Is that the distance sensor for the water?
Yep.
Where do we want to start here then? Do we want to put the water to fill it up, put the sensor on first, or are we doing the pumps?
Well, the sensor's not an output, right?
Yeah. I just had the thing there for. It's still gonna need to be there for the pump.
Yeah, it's still going to need to be there for the pump. You have it set to where it's a run bit from the selector switch and then the green push button to energize the pump, right?
Okay.
You want me to bump out of this?
No, you're fine. Just keep your mouth shut.
All right, that's fine. I can do that, Zach. Where's the middle finger on this thing?
Bend over. I'll show you.
So are we logging in at 9:30 now?
On Tuesdays, yeah.
On Tuesdays. What day was that I went over this? Maybe you weren't here, Mark.
I have no idea.
I think I was.
Yeah, so your day is Tuesday morning. You're off the hook for Thursdays. But if you want to, Mark, you might want to try and attend like Mondays and Fridays. You can. Because
can
that's
probably
when
do
we're working on a process that is going to be similar to this. So you'll have a better idea of what's going on as we go through this logic. But if you can't, then I'll just explain anything to you that if you get questions as we go here.
Okay. Yeah, I can probably do that.
Are you comfortable with RS Logix 5000, Mark?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I feel better if it was in front of me though.
Yeah.
Now we gotta set up that sensor and do all that. All the math for that, dude.
Since the distance sensor is
That's
It's an analog
it's
input.
an analog
Yeah, but-
input, so it's going to be true no matter what, as long as it's reading something. You don't want to have that in series with the pump. You can have it on its own rung.
Okay.
And then you want to compare. Yeah, I mean, you could have a bit that's true as long as the numbers for that analog sensor are below a certain value.
Okay.
I guess probably don't want compare. We probably want greater than or equal to,
Okay.
or would it be less than or equal to? It just depends on how you want to run the pump. So you could say if the values for that sensor are less than the high level, right?
Okay.
Then you would want that bit to be true. So is A less than B? So what's A going to be? Group?
A would- so A on that would be the level that we'd want it to fill to. And then B would be,
Okay.
Well, just the opposite. A would be the distance sensor, right? You're trying to say, is the distance sensor level less than a certain value? If it is, we want that instruction to be true, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense, Aaron?
yeah.
You had it right, just backwards.
So would that be like the 4 to 20 milliamp values?
Yep.
Okay. What would be source B then? Am I doing that right?
Yep.
Okay.
So we need to know what that distance is.
Yeah.
Which is like, I think it's 16,747. I have to look it up.
Well, the thing is, let me take this real quick. Okay, can you guys see behind me?
Yep.
Yes.
On the 6-4 milestone,
I got two lines on here. This is just what I have it calibrated. The distance sensor calibrated to is this is low and this is high. And you'll see in the logic if I
6-4 milestone.
whoops.
Pediatric hematology oncology, very back. Or far back, yeah. All the way, I know that's that. All right, if that guy calls my phone, I'm gonna run this factor. I told her I would when I got going. But if that guy from Interstate
Let's see.
calls on my phone, not Tom, but the other cat. Yeah, Lance, I think is his name. Yeah. If he calls, just shoot me a text saying, hey, meet him. I'm gonna take the black card because I'm gonna meet him down the Circle Drive. And he thought it'd be like 11:15 to 11.
I'm just going to delete this for now so we can download and run it.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Take your phone.
We need to know what those values are before we keep going, right?
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay.
So first we can test out what we got so far. So selector switch left. Cool. Green push button. Cool. The only problem is that's pump to right. So that's pumping from right to left. So that's one thing we'll have to change.
Okay.
We select the wrong pump. We need the left pump.
Yeah, so the left pump will pump from left to right, filling this one. This is the one we want.
No. Okay.
Right now what we need to do is we need to fill this tank to this mark, which I will do for you, and we need to write down what those two values are for high and low.
Is it 16,384 for the high?
No, if you were really doing 4 to 20, it would be 60. It would be 6241 to 31206 for these modules. But we're not using those numbers. What we're going to do is actually look in the controller tags at those inputs. So
Let's see what that actual value
yeah, the
is.
distance sensor is right now it's 31 40. That doesn't seem right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That number should be going down. And it's not. So it looks like I'll have to recalibrate this.
There we go. It went down.
Can you guys see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it make sense to you what I'm doing?
Mhm.
Right now, I just put it, I'm recalibrating the sensor. So hopefully it will read high at the high mark and low at the low mark. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And whatever those values are is what we're going to use, right?
Yeah. So now if we look at that number, okay, so this is high, 31,347. And then if I look to the left tank, we should start seeing that number go down pretty quickly. There, it's starting to go down. So it is pretty close to 6241. Just to make it easy, I would round up the bottom number and round down the top number. So I would say, let's call it the low value. Let's use 7,000. And the high value, let's use 30,000. Does that make sense?
Sounds
If
good.
you round up for the low value, once it hits that value, you're not going to run it too far empty, you know, to where it dries, then you're running the pump dry. And then if you round down from the top value, then you're not going to risk overflowing the jar, right? So let's plan on using those two values. Now we're into group 2 time. So I already saved your file.
Yeah.
And you got those numbers written down for next
Yeah.
week?
Yes.
Do you have any questions on what, like the other stuff that you could be working on? I mean, hold off on the wiring diagram till I can get a template made up for everybody. But if you wanted to get started on the PNID, you should have enough information that you could start making something up there.
Are you talking about the wiring diagram for the trainer we did in class or for this?
The new one.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that with your group in a second.
Okay.
Cool. Group 1, you good?
Yep, sounds good. See you tomorrow.
It's been a
Good, we're
pleasure.
good.
See you.
All right, who's in here? John, Brad, who else is in your group?
Jacob.
Is he the only one we're missing?
Yep.
Okay. All right, well, here's what we're going to do. John and Brad.
I will kill you.
Hey guys, quiet. And
Hey,
right? Apologize. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. The joy of getting to do this in your living room, man. Hey, how can I show you my screen? Can I show you this real quick?
yeah. Down at
All
the
right.
bottom, go to share
So-
screen.
Yeah, I got it. So this is kind of like what you showed, something like this for a wiring diagram. This is not a wiring diagram.
That's something I
You know-
shared.
Yeah.
Maybe I should relabel it instead of document 3. Crappy work.
Yeah, this is mine. Right?
What?
You shared something very similar to this kind of a setup. And you know, when I think of a wiring diagram, I think of
Ladder logic.
no, I don't even think of ladder logic. I think of the diagram that shows, you know, exactly what each input output goes to, and then it shows motor control. You know, so you've got one page that's got just your high voltage, and then you've got pages that show your inputs and your outputs and what each slot is and where it goes.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think of. And then I have a label like, you know, valve 1, you know, and usually somewhat descriptive so that people kind of can follow it. How do I get out of this now?
I got it.
All right. All right. So I know that's due by noon. And I know Jake's got some stuff on what our inputs and outputs. I think I might have it on the Google page, but that's not even quite like what I'm thinking of is not even quite anything like what you shared. Now, would you be opposed to what I'm thinking? Because these ones that you shared, these other ones are more like P and IDs.
Like this one?
Yeah, that's a little bit more similar to what I was thinking of. But you know, it wouldn't have them square shapes and stuff on it. You know what I mean?
This is the kind of thing I'm looking for, because this is something that I would want to see in like a cabinet, right? So if I had to go troubleshoot something, and I would know, okay, well maybe it's the drive. Which pins are the, you know, what are these pins doing? You know, where am I getting my inputs and outputs from? So this is what I'm looking for. The problem with
Okay.
this is that you guys don't have your trainer sitting right in front of you, you know?
Right.
So that's the difficult part. But what I was telling the first group for this next round is like for the stuff that you guys already had done, I just turn something in. I mean, I just want to see some kind of and if you need some extra time to make it a little bit more doable than what you just showed me.
Man, I can whip something up here and turn it into you by noon, and then I don't know where Jake
No, I
is
mean,
or when he'll.
don't half-ass it. I mean, take some time to get it done. I won't.
You
dock
ever
any
know me
points
to
for being late
half-ass
because-
anything?
Yeah.
Oh, bullshit. I would have just sent that to you if I wanted
No,
to.
I would rather you
half-ass
take
it.
a couple days and make something that's presentable, you know. But like, okay, so for round 2 though, what I told the first group is wait, you know, don't get started on the wiring diagram yet. What we're gonna do today is come up, the three of, or hopefully Jacob shows up, together, some kind of process using the inputs and outputs that we have, and then I'm gonna make up some kind of template for you guys to use that will have the inputs and outputs, and then you guys can just connect the dots. You know what I mean? You might have to add terminal strips or something, but I'll put something up as a Google Draw file. Have you guys ever used Google Draw?
No, I have
I
not.
tried to,
It's
and
pretty easy. I mean, it's
when I tried to use Google Draw, let me try again, but a minute ago, it just said that I don't have access to it
really,
on the school's account.
really.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, no, it must have been Google Paint it didn't like because it's loading Google Draw.
Okay. The good thing about this is like you can snap different angles and you can put like end pointers on it. You know, you can make your own shapes. I'm sure if you went online, you could find like different symbols and stuff. But what I'm going to do is come up with a template. So you'll see like modules. You'll have to label them. You'll have to look the modules up to see where you're landing things. Does that make sense? So you'll have to do a little bit of research to know what's hooked up where. But I'm trying to make it as easy as I can because you guys can't be here and trace wires out and see where everything's made up. But you should be able to piece together knowing what this sensor is, what's coming out of it, and you can look that information up, where that would be landed to make your process work. Make sense?
Yeah.
And the good thing about Google Draw is we can share it in your folder. So I'm going to have a folder just for you guys, and you could put your Google Draw in that folder and it'll be accessible to everybody, right? So if you wanted to share it with me, all I got to do is go in there and pull it up. You don't have to email anything to me, right?
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you. I can't access that Google Drive because I forgot my school email's password. So that's what the email I sent you was if you could share it with my personal email.
Sure. We need to get you. I will do that, Brad. Let me hang on. The only problem with using your personal one is that you're limited on data, right? You get like 15 gigabytes by default, which is plenty for this class, but using your EDU email account, you get unlimited data. So I would suggest you.
Yeah, I would use it. It's not a matter of I prefer my personal. It's not that. It's just I forgot my password and I can't really.
Okay, well, here's what you can do after class or whenever. Call the help desk. That's 69. You got something to write down with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Daisy, so you were born
694
She was born in
5457.
5457.
2004.
Yep. And all you need to do there is just tell them you need to reset your password, and that will change it to the default ICC and then the last 5 digits of your SOCH.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
do that some point today. But for now, what's your personal email?
BradGCortis@gmail.com.
Just all one word like
Brad,
that?
I didn't
Yep.
want to.
Yep.
I didn't want to interrupt your thing, but your password is I love Nathan _! I changed it.
Me? How
Yeah.
dare you? You're not supposed to know something personal like that. How dare you?
Oh, wouldn't you about die if I had changed it?
Well, no, not really. I haven't used my school email very recently.
All right. Well, you should be able to get to it now, Brad.
All right. Sweet.
So I got Lectech 230, group 2.
You really can't just give us an A, Zach.
Folder. I basically did already, but you guys got to do something.
Oh,
Oh, we have to do something? Oh, come on.
Yep.
If we
what
already
if I just get on here and I cry for half an hour every Tuesday for you at 10:30? That way you
Well,
can
that's what I do every day after I get done with my classes with you.
Well, then you don't
with
have to
John
worry about it.
specifically. With John specifically.
That's right. Brad doesn't make me cry. John makes me cry.
Yeah, I know, and the frustration and the anger of all this complaining.
All right, so you need a name for your process. You can call it whatever you want.
I'm terrible with names. John?
All right, Meth Lab 1.2.
I don't know if the school would like that.
You said whatever we wanted.
G-rated.
All right, what do we got back here? Let me.
Well,
I can't.
here's what I did last time. So I'm gonna do this, and then under Google Drive, shared folder, trainer info, modules, and local tags. If you pull this up, also you got a list of all the inputs and outputs,
Okay.
and where they're landed, and what the module is.
Nice. Man, you've been doing a lot of work, Zach.
I know. So I want you to include at least one VFD motor, the pumps. Yeah, I don't need to write a list down. Include the motors, the motors and the pumps. And there's a level sensor on here that's a distance sensor. So everybody's process is going to be somewhat similar. I mean, it's going to have to be like a batch process because we're limited on outputs, but yeah. Make it a batch process. It's going to be different than the other exercise where we're not, all we're using is the fans and the temperature and stuff, but okay.
All right.
So what do you want to call it? So give me a name that's not Meth Lab.
Let's call it. What about the hell is that? The Italian ice maker.
The Italian ice maker?
Yeah. You know, we kind of simulate it moving around the shit, the chemicals and stuff that they put in frozen ice.
All right, let's do it.
I
So
guess they call
we
it
got some
dye.
liquid nitrogen back there. We're going to control it.
Ooh.
So you guys start brainstorming and I'll start typing.
What are we typing here?
Where's the charging cord for the
Well, I'm doing the typing. You guys just tell me let's have our process do this. Kind of like you got the trainer in front of you, except the trainer's not in front of you.
Double A's, I think. I think
D
so.
cell,
Sorry, guys.
triple A,
No, I think they're doubles.
9-volt.
Quiet, Zach.
D's.
All right, so what do we need to type here? We need to type.
I'm
I-
typing. You guys just tell me what you want your process to do. So you're gonna have some kind of input button, switch, something that starts this process. Tanks are gonna fill, they're gonna time, they're gonna level, they're gonna heat and stir, whatever you want it to do. Strobe
All right.
lights are going on, fans are spinning,
Want all kinds of stuff to happen,
there's
don't
heating
you?
and stirring going on.
All right, so I don't know where you're sitting, Brad, but we need guys, shh, please. All right, so we need to have
The
a
meatloaf.
control on.
What?
We need to have a control on button and an e-stop, and then we'll have a start process button.
Okay. Which inputs do you want to use?
Oh, you gotta pull it right there. So, green normally open push button should be our control power on. And the yellow normally open push button can actually start it. And then the red push button will be our e-stop.
Yellow is process start,
Correct.
Process start, yeah.
and red
Is stop.
is
E-stop.
e-stop. Okay.
All right. Are you want us to use those selector switches to have like a manual and an automatic, or are you just good with a start-stop deal?
Totally up to you guys. It would be cool. Like if I were really designing one of these, I would like to have like jog buttons in there, you know, so if the process isn't running, then I can still like jog pump 1 or pump 2 to adjust things.
Well, you could, with the control power on and not having to push yellow will be auto start, but you could make selector switch left, jog one pump, and selector switch right, jog another pump. But
Okay.
we just have to make sure that we remember to put a loop in there that it can't run while it's in auto. So that's your job to remember that, Brad.
Sorry, what?
When we
Oh,
do
I have
our
to remember that?
programming,
Oh,
you have
okay.
to remember that. When we do our programming, if the yellow press, if it's, hey, can you turn that down a little bit? You know, I'll just go in the other room here. I can't hear nothing. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's all right.
School from home. You know, if I'd wanted to do this online, I would have went to DeVry. Your fault, Zach. Can you guys hear
Right.
me okay?
Go ahead.
All right,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm just bitching like usual. I gotta
Very
do it.
typical of you, John.
I know it. All right, so can you put a note on there so we don't forget, Zach, that those selector switches cannot be, like it could be
Active
switched, but
in-
they cannot run while it's running in auto.
Yeah. When process is in auto, selector left and right.
Cool.
Am I losing you guys?
I don't know. Are you losing us?
I don't think so. My internet's been like unstable all week.
I have to
Imagine it's
live
pretty
with
bogged
unstable
down.
internet. Okay.
What was that?
I have to live with unstable internet. We can't get anything better.
Man. My internet's usually killer, but here lately I think the world's bogging down the interweb.
Mm,
All right.
it makes sense.
So Zach, which pump is pump one? Is it the one on your right or your left?
I don't remember. We'd have to look at the tags.
Okay.
But
What do they do?
for writing this up? We could just call it left pump and right pump.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do they just pump back and forth?
Yeah. So yeah. So this pump pumps it into this tank. This pump pumps it into that tank. They're just like aquarium pumps.
All right. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Is there a level switch, a level sensor on the pump on the right?
The right tank has a level. It's just a distance sensor. The left tank has nothing. And you
All right.
also have heat and stir on the right.
All right. So we probably need to start the process with pumping from the left tank to the right tank until it's full.
Right. Or till a certain distance.
Right. Do we want a even think about it? We probably do we want to blink the damn light or turn it on green or something when it's on?
When the pump is on, we could use a light, I suppose.
What are we doing?
So when we
When the
turn the
light,
control on, we should have the green light come on solid maybe, and then when we start it in auto, we should have the yellow light flashing. What do you think, Brad? Or do you just want
sure.
huh?
Yellow light flashing when auto is on.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Typically your green light's on when auto's on, and yellow is for like starved or like something is
Yeah.
missing something.
Well,
But we
don't
have the
have
yellow
any.
push button. I can't speak. Engaging auto. So I don't know.
We don't have any yellow pilot lights. We have 2 greens, 2 reds, and a strobe.
Like,
Okay. Well, you want to just turn on one green solid when we turn it on and one green flashing when we start running it?
sure.
Okay.
So you can turn on when the push button control on's pushed. Let's turn on the left green pilot light.
Okay.
And then when we press the yellow push button, we'll flash the right green pilot light and it'll stay flashing.
Which one?
The right green pilot light.
Right.
Will flash at a rate of 1 second. 1 second rate. Let's do that.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're in auto start. What happens in auto?
The left pump will pump liquid nitrogen over to the right tank until the right tank is full.
Liquid nitrogen. Okay.
Isn't that what you said it is back there?
Uh-huh. Yep, we're making Dippin' Dots.
Heck yeah. Is that what the other class is making? The other group, Dippin' Dots?
Or you're not allowed to say.
Okay. Until level high is reached.
Yeah, until
Yeah.
level high is reached.
Okay.
What do you want us to do here?
Uh,
Is it okay
Since,
not?
since the right tank will be full, we could have the stir turn on and the heater maybe.
Okay. Let's heat up that liquid nitrogen.
Why are we heating up liquid nitrogen?
We're going to try to make it explode.
Well, we could do that. I was thinking we just turn on a fan, but we can. I'm good with that. I mean, we can turn on the heater, and let's turn on the exhaust fan also.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Sound good.
At high level.
the heater, stir, and the exhaust fan will turn on.
And then we're gonna flip
Heat
the breaker
on.
in Zach's garage.
Stir on. And yeah, I already blew one fuse this morning. On the
Really?
trainer, not in my garage.
Oh.
They're just
Man, Zach, you really do tear shit up, don't you?
I'm not messing around, John.
I
And
know it.
exhaust fan.
Make a good member of the cat team.
Let's go 86%.
Whoa, whoa,
Yep. At high level.
whoa! All or nothing.
Yes,
All or nothing.
I agree. All or nothing.
All right. So why don't we run that process for 25 minutes?
Okay.
25 minutes.
I don't know. How long does the stir come on as soon as the heat comes on, or does it take a minute to really get going?
They come on together.
All right. So we want to let that run for like 20 seconds just for a simulation.
Yep. At high level for 20 seconds. Then what?
And once your 20 seconds is reached, we'll pump it back over to the other tank,
Use
I
the right
guess.
pump to the pump to the left tank.
Okay.
There's nothing else to do with it, right?
Right. Right pump. Empties.
Don't get me wrong, you got a lot of stuff hooked up for in your garage, but I mean that's it.
Right pump empties to low level.
Right. Wait, are you sure that the low level won't exceed the tank on the left? Like if
Well, we
is
set
the
the
right
low
tank at the
level.
low level right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I have
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the yellow lines on there, but I have this calibrated to those being high and low.
Oh, okay. You don't want to accidentally overflow one of those tanks.
No. No, that would get messy.
Yes, it would.
All right. So the right pump empties to low level. what else? I guess it's pretty good.
What else is there you'd like us to add?
We'll need to
Use
turn
the-
off the
Let's
the
use the
heat
strobe
exhaust.
light while we're heating and stirring.
All right, yeah, okay.
You know, Zach, I feel like this is Brett and I's group, and we don't want to use the strobe light.
What?
I'm just giving Zach shit.
No, let's not do that for the sake of trying to not blow another fuse. Let's do it while it's emptying. So strobe on while right tank is emptying. Emptying. Okay. Okay, the only thing I want to do is get that 3-digit display in there somewhere. So let's
The one that's inverted?
yep. Let's have it count the 20 seconds. Think we can do that?
Maybe.
We
Can
can.
we and do we want to?
That's going to be the challenging thing. I mean, remember, I'm here to help you. We'll figure it out. But this stuff is all pretty easy so far, right? I mean, there's a timer in there.
Relatively.
Big deal.
They can be challenging.
Right.
Well, is there some other route you want us to go with it?
Oh, that's good. Every group is when we get through this, we'll get into the HMI. So we'll have some displays on there that we'll have for each process. Hopefully, we'll get time to do that. But yeah, so 3-digit display shows count to 20 seconds. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what? So then the green push button or the yellow push button has to start the process again.
I don't know. I guess in theory, if it was a batch mixer, yeah. Even if it was making ice or something,
Yeah.
we would take that out and then
restart the process manually.
yeah. Unless you want to run over and grab your robot, and then we'll add the robot in there like it's automatically grabbing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be.
You can grab both of them.
You get credit for both classes.
Tell me your kids wouldn't love having that robot sitting in the garage.
It would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll let mine drive around an ABB one time. They love the shit out of it.
A what?
An ABB robot. I let mine drive an ABB robot around when I was working at the forge. That one's got a joystick though, so it's like playing a video game.
No. My dad works at a camp and has a skid steer. He let me use that, just drive it around a little bit. That was pretty fun.
All right, well, let's get started on the logic.
No, I suppose.
That seems like a next Tuesday deal.
Got lots to do, John, lots to do.
We do.
Brad, are you on a computer to where I can give you the control?
I
Are you on
think
a
John.
computer or a phone?
I'm on a computer.
Okay. I'm going to give you
Oh gosh.
control.
Oh geez.
And I'm going to go take a leak.
All
I'll
right.
turn on a bunch of
Zach,
stuff back
Zach.
here. that we
No
can't
promises.
turn off while I'm inside.
No promises.
Huh?
No promises.
Okay. The IOs should all be labeled with a description, so you should be able to find the inputs and outputs. The process that we just wrote up is on the Google Drive. The trainer modules and local tags are on the Google
The
Drive.
Italian job, I like it.
That's right.
There we go.
All right, Brad, you got control, Bubba?
I do.
All right. So go ahead and drop that green push button in there.
Okay. Okay, no, not that. There we go. What's it under?
Hold on, let me pull it up. So I'm not gonna watch you. I'm just gonna give you the inputs and stuff. Green push button is module 1, channel 1.
Oh shit. Module 1.
Channel 1.
I'm not familiar with this.
Okay. So it's
I have fault and data.
all right. So if you're on local 1 as an input, so you should click on, I think, data, and see that little drop down, and then
Oh,
you're
there
going
it
to
is.
select your channel, which is 1.
Yeah, there we go.
So that should be the green normally open push button. So now you got to drop an output for that for F8.1.
Gosh. Give me a second.
Yeah, you're good, Bob.
And this is.
So this is going to be our control bit.
Oh, it's a control bit. All right.
Yeah, so if you look at the top there, he's already got F8 done up for you. So
This one,
do an
right?
F8.
F80.
Yeah, you can drop 0 or 1 in there. It doesn't matter.
Let's just start with 0.
All right, so F80. All right, so that's our control bit. So now, yeah, drop some rungs in there. Just click that rung button 4 or 5 times. You don't even have to drag them. Not 10 times, but that's fine.
I did click it 10 times, John.
Sure looks like it.
It's all right. What's on the second run?
Oh, I'm not sure if you have to latch that push button or not, but on the second rung, we're gonna need the yellow push button. Well, we're gonna need F80. That has to be true to start it.
All right, so you can just
You
drag
should be able
that
to
over
just
here
drag that down and copy it.
and put another one. And this one
So that's got to be true to start. And then that one is going to be that yellow push button, which is module 1, channel 5.
There it is. All right. And then
All
there would
right.
be an output, which would,
Output.
and this would be the,
Sweet. I'm working on homework right now. I love you, but go play. I'll be out in a minute. I got about 20 more minutes. You can sit and watch, but you got to be quiet. All right. What are you dropping in now, Brad?
this would be the output. What is the output?
So our output there is going to be F8.1. It's good. This is another control bit.
Okay. There. Then I'm
So
assuming
we
we go.
need,
Yes.
well, we need to do a, we need to do another. So we need the e-stop in there, but the
Oh, yeah.
e-stop, that red push button is normally open, and we need that really normally closed. So
Actually, it
I
would
tell you what you do here.
that.
Do a drop. Hold on, before you do that, drop in another line or move one of them lines in between. Actually, you could probably do it right there. Move that normally open contact down to the line 2.
Right here.
No, line 2. That's line 1.
Oh, okay. Right
Starts
there.
on 0. So let's drop that in there. Let's drop that push button in there. It's shit, that's the wrong button. God damn it. It's module 1, channel 4.
Yep. There we go.
Then that F8.2 output.
Wait, we put it. Okay. Open. And then we put the F8.2 bit up on the on rung 0.
As a normally closed. So it's going to be true until that button's pushed.
All right.
And I'm not sure, but do me a solid and move rung 2 up to the top just so that's the very first thing is that e-stop. Thank you.
Yep.
And go ahead and add that F8.2 to line 2 also.
Okay.
Okay, sweetie.
Somebody took my tablet charger.
Oh, that's got to be normally closed. Yeah, sweetie, it's
All
charging.
me see.
Nobody took it. It's charging right now.
Daddy.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Michael took my
yeah, this
charger
one's
the other
different.
day.
Click on it at the bottom there,
Just do this.
like in. Oh, that's fine too. Hey, don't turn that volume up in here because I'm working on schoolwork. All right. All right. So we've got our. I think that'll work as our e-stop, but we'll ask Zach. And I'm not sure. Do you think? I don't know if we're gonna need to put a latch around that green push button. I think we will, and around the yellow push button, but we can leave it like that for now. So once
Yeah.
that yellow push button is hit,
I'll energize F8.1, which we can use to
so
engage the left motor.
what? No. Well, the first thing that needs to happen is we need to flash the green light for our instructions.
Oh, okay.
So drop. Hey, Zach, I had a quick question here for you.
What? What?
2 questions. So first
What?
off, that red push button is normally open. So what we did to make that an e-stop is we put that into F82, made F82 normally closed or examine if open on both rungs. So theoretically, if that push button's hit, that should energize F82, which should make that untrue and e-stop everything, correct?
Yeah, but the only problem with that, there's two problems. The first is you're using floats, which is more than you need. You need binary bits to put
binary.
in, like either a 1 or a 0.
I was thinking, yeah.
So
Okay.
you want to change those to binaries is one thing. The other thing is you're depending on holding that push button down to make those untrue. You know,
Okay, so we need to add a latch to it.
what I would do is, yeah, I would use the green push button for a latch and the red for an unlatch. Does that make sense? So you have the same output, which is
Oh.
the B30.
Oh, I changed that. Oh, okay. I can't see. What does that say?
That says output energize, OTE. Hey,
Okay.
hey, Brad, do me a favor. Go up to, you see at the top of the screen where it says select a language? To the
Right
left
here?
of that, there's a, to the left of that, yeah, we don't want to change the language.
Down there,
Yeah, hit the plus, zoom in on that stuff, so you guys can read it better.
a man.
There you go. Can you read that better?
driving
Yeah, now I can read it. All right. So,
So B3 is not good enough. You need like a B30. Hit the drop down menu there. And there you go. Drop down to like, yeah, use a B3. Yeah, you have to, yeah, there you go. That's
oh my.
fine. It's just got a description on it from the other. That's fine. You can
Yeah.
change the description if you want.
I don't care.
Good.
So
That's
we're gonna
fine.
make
Just
this a
click-
latching output.
Yeah, hit the drop down. I don't remember the
Oh, you want to make that a
output
latch?
latch. Yeah, click on output latch. There you go.
All right. And then
Then you need another rung after that.
You said, well,
Actually, the red's going to be output unlatch, and the green's going to be output latch, right?
okay. This one.
Yep.
And then this one would be out.
Nope. Same output. Yep.
Okay. Then I gotta change these two. Hey, wait, if it's the same output, then we
Just
don't
get
need
rid-
to have
Right. So
don't-
your run bit is going to be B30.
right.
Your
So
auto bit is going to be a different one.
Right. So just
So-
get rid of that F82.
so we do need one of these. I remember
No.
up here.
No.
No.
No, you
we
just
need
want
that.
everything after. So on rung 2, F80 is actually going to be B30.
Right.
Right.
And then should
And-
we? Then do we need to latch the yellow push button?
Yeah, well, you need to latch the auto.
Can we just latch that with the output?
I would, yeah. So I would make that B31 for your automatic bit. And then
And
have
then just do a-
B31 on all the rest of the lines.
Right.
Right.
No, it's not a latch.
Just
Stop
regular.
energize. Yep.
Okay.
And then do your branch thing around it to make it latch itself.
Around the yellow?
Yeah. Because if we latch it, we don't have a button that unlatches it. If we run that off the red, I guess we could run it off the red, couldn't we? But no, because then the green will turn the auto on. So you can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless we did 2 outputs off of the red button.
What the heck?
What do you think, Zach?
No, it doesn't. You don't need that because right now, if you hit the red, it's going to make the totes magotes run bit false, which will kill that anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you press the yellow, it's only going to momentarily keep. Okay, so you just want to latch.
Yeah, you still need to latch this, but you don't need anything to do with the red because that's already going to kill that line. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. So what will be going here then?
B31.
All right.
Yeah. And you can,
Dad, watch this. Watch this.
Sweetie, I'm working on schoolwork. I love you.
So that for that rung.
Oh, is that not necessary, Zach?
no, that's good.
All right. So now you can drop that B30. I should start every rung.
No,
Or
B1.
B11. B31, sorry. Don't listen to me. I don't know shit.
Oh wait, nope. I don't want to grab that.
Hey, kid.
Yeah. Mm.
I love you.
Mm.
I love you. Go play.
I already have my tablet.
I know. That's fine. Whoa. All right. So what are we doing? The right green needs to flash at a rate of 1 second. So go ahead and drop your 2 timers in.
This, and then another one on another run. Yes. Okay. Now this is set for
Half a second.
half a second.
You want it at 1 second, so set it for 1,000. No, you don't have to worry about the
Don't need to worry
accumulation.
about that. And then this one would be for 1.
Yeah, 4-1.
And then we'd use this one's done bit. Which one is this one done?
No, it's the one that says DN.
Down here, okay. And then does one of these need to be normally open or no examine if open contact? I feel like this one does. Anyway. Okay.
All right, so that second timer should be activated by the first timer's done bit, and vice versa.
Correct. That's what I have.
Yeah, is that what you got? Okay, sorry, I wasn't even looking.
That's fine. Ish.
Hey,
I can't.
fellas.
Yeah.
It's 11:30, so whenever you get to a good stopping point, we'll save it. and pick
I'd say we
back
could
up.
stop right here. I haven't done anything with the timers.
The only other thing is, these are just your flash timers.
Yes.
You don't really need those to be controlled by this run bit. They can just sit there and flash the whole time.
Oh, yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean? The other
No,
thing
we
is
don't.
that first, the T41 done bit needs to be examined if open.
I thought we didn't want that to start flashing until auto was hit, though.
Well,
Wait. It can be,
these two
but the
rungs
rung that
are
we put the
just-
timing on,
these two rungs are just flash timers.
right? So it doesn't really matter, so long as the rung that we put the
Oh, I
timing,
see.
yeah, there,
Yeah.
the timer bit on is controlled, then it won't flash.
So why don't you go ahead and drop that real quick?
Drop what?
I figured we just go ahead and get it done today, Zach, and then we don't have to be here anymore Tuesdays.
Whatever you want.
No, I ain't gonna make you sit here all day.
It would probably take us all day.
Yeah.
And then, so are we going to stop here or are we going to continue, John?
No, we can stop. That's fine.
All right.
Excuse me. All right. You want me to try to get that to you today, or you're okay with a day or two?
Yeah, take some time and make it pretty, if you would.
It needs to be pretty with a bunch of flowers and everything.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, you guys good? Any questions?
I think I'm okay.
Okie dokie.
All right. Thanks, Zach.
You guys have a good day.
All right. You
You
too.
too.